Dear students, this is the fourth class or the final session of thalamic class. Objectives of this class will be to know the functions of thalamus and the applied aspects. We looked into the connections of the thalamus, we looked into the functions of thalamic nuclei as well as the lesions. Now I particularly want to tell you about the functions as such grouped together so that it will be useful for you. So first we know it is involved in the relay of sensory information as well as motor information as well as emotions and memory, etc. Shall we number it down? 1. It is an important sensory relay center for all somatic sensations. It relays special sensations except olfaction. It is a subcortical center for pain and protopathic sensation. It is a crude center for subcortical perception of sensations. It is a center for integration of visceral and somatic functions. It is a center of integration of sensory impulses. Now, we look into the motor functions. It controls the muscular movement by virtue of its connection with cerebellum, basal ganglia and motor cortex. It is a center for integration of motor function. It involved in planning and programming of movements. It causes sensory and motor coordination. This is responsible for maintaining consciousness, arousal and alerting response through reticular activating system. It is an integrating center for sleep. It is concerned with recent memory and emotions by virtue of Pepper circuit. It is responsible for personality, mood and social behavior because of its connections with hypothalamus and prefrontal cortex. It is concerned with language and speech by virtue of its connections with hypothalamus and prefrontal cortex. It plays an important role in genesis of EEG. It is involved in perception of sexual sensations and it is a center for reflex activity. So till now we looked into the functions of thalamus too. Can you narrate me the functions again? Can you narrate among yourselves? So now if there is a lesion of the thalamus can be damaged by neoplasia or hemorrhage leading on to various features. You can have thalamic syndrome, Korsakoff syndrome, and what is the importance of frontal lobotomy? That also we will look into it. So if there is a thalamic lesion, what are the features you will see in the patient? First, they can have complete sensory loss of opposite side of the body, the contralateral side. They can develop abnormal involuntary movements like choreoathetosis and ataxia. They can have thalamic hand, abnormal particular position of the contralateral hand where wrist is pronated and flexed, metacarpophalangeal joint flexed, interphalangeal joints extended. The movements of the fingers can become slow. The last one is thalamic pain. When recovering from thalamic infarct, they experience spontaneous pain, excessive on the opposite side of the body. So shall we come again? Thalamus can be damaged by neoplasia, hemorrhage. We want to look into three important aspects here: thalamic syndrome, Korsakoff syndrome and frontal lobotomy. If there is a thalamic lesion, they can have complete sensory loss of a contralateral side. They can develop abnormal involuntary movement. They can have thalamic hand and they can develop thalamic pain. First, we will look into a thalamic syndrome. This is also called as Digerin-Rossi syndrome after Joseph Louis Digerin and Gustave Rossi. This is also called as posterior thalamic syndrome, retroventricular syndrome, thalamic hyperesthetic aesthesia, thalamic pain syndrome, central pain syndrome, central post-stroke syndrome. First, what is thalamic syndrome? It is a disturbance of emotional response to a sensory experience. The cause is thrombotic blockage of the thalamo-geniculate branch of posterior cerebral artery. Damage to the postroventral and posterolateral nucleus occurs here. Symptoms and signs occurs on the opposite side of the body. So you can list the the symptoms and signs. Can you? Shall we go? Okay. So it causes severe impairment of discriminative touch and pressure of contralateral side, but diffuse touch, temperature and pain are less impaired. Loss of tactile sensation and discrimination occurs. Thalamic phantom limb can occur, which is inability to locate position of limb with eyes closed due to loss of kinesthetic sensation. Astereognosis can occur, inability to identify the objects with hand. Thalamic overreaction can occur, sensation of pain, touch and temperature is exaggerated. Amyloidosis can occur, which is illusion of absent limb. They can also have inability to produce an image of self within. Sensations of head and face remains intact because ventroposteromedial nucleus is spared. Now we will look into the motor symptoms. They can have thalamic hand or athetoid hand. They can develop ataxia, which is muscle tone and profound muscle weakness. They can develop involuntary movements like choreoathetosis and intentional tremors. What is Korsakoff syndrome? It is a difficulty in remembering new information due to the lesion of mediodorsal nucleus of thalamus. It is seen in chronic alcoholism where there is thiamine deficiency, which causes brain tissue ischemia and cell death. This is called as Wernicke's-Korsakoff syndrome. Wernicke's features include acute confusional state, ophthalmoplegia and ataxia. Korsakoff's features include amnesia, confabulation and psychosis. So now we want to know about this term frontal lobotomy. This is done to relieve intractable pain. It is a procedure. This is done by dividing dorsal nuclei of thalamus from the frontal lobe, after which the patient feels pain but does not show a disagreeable response. With this, we come to the end of the session. In the applied aspects, we looked into the thalamic syndrome, we looked into the Korsakoff syndrome, we knew what is frontal lobotomy. Have you looked into this movie, The Planet of the Apes, where frontal lobotomy was suggested to do on a human by the chimpanzees? Okay, so now let us sum up. What did we learn today? This class was about thalamus. We looked into the thalamus. We knew what is thalamus, what is the location of thalamus. It is a part of dance of lawn. We looked into the gross anatomy and relationship of thalamus. We looked into the white and grey matter of the thalamus. Also, we looked into the connections and functions and lesions of thalamus as well as applied aspects. Thanks for listening. Go through the slides. If you have any doubts, please contact. Thank you.